Yo, hydrate. It's your girl Jay, the High Priestess, back at it again with your general tarot reading for Scorpio season 2023, and it's come to the awareness of in my body, and it's been brought to my awareness mentally that, like, there's a profound amount of pain constantly going on, but it's like so much is being documented, put in our face real time, that a lot of us are experiencing a different level of despair. And I want to speak to that. So hydrate, light it if you got it, get comfortable, let's get in. We're doing things differently from here on out, and I'm not reading for every single zodiac sign, so if you were drawn to the title of this reading, then you're supposed to be here, and I welcome you. And this reading feels like it needs to be for those who are in despair right now, and I don't want you to diminish or minimize your interpersonal pain because you are witnessing such a huge, like, orgy of images, an orgy of evidence. That's from, I feel like, what's the Tom Cruise movie? Something Report, Minority Report. Something about, it's just like all of this evidence, all of this information that's just everywhere, and has generated yet again so much division. And that pain that's going on in the world doesn't diminish the fact that they didn't call you, or that you are feeling icky about your body, or that you wish you had gotten that thing, or you wish you had let it go, or you wish you had gotten your word in, or, you know, like, we're all still having our own personal healing experiences. And so I'm pulling from the Light Seer Tarot. I'll probably break out the original tarot as well. Actually, let's pray. Maybe a little charms too. The charms make me feel good, and I just feel like we need a little sprinkle, a little razzle dazzle. Just perk the girls up, just perk ourselves up, you know. I like the charms. I'm here for it. Anyway, breathe. That just made me feel better. Literally the charms. I'm so excited. Breathe. So I create a safe space for my benevolent ancestors, Mother God, Father God, Mother Earth. Thanking you for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for everyone watching for this Scorpio season 2023. I just heard, like, what are you gonna do whenever you ascend out of the zodiacal seasons? When I'm just doing readings just to do readings, just putting it out there. I ain't there yet, Spirit, but if that's a thing. Anyway. Let's take a deep breath. Oh, and that could be a thing. A lot of us may be experiencing anxiety, just a higher level of anxiety and or depression, because we're spending a lot of time thinking about the future and like what the future looks like and what it's supposed to be, and we're thinking about the future with our reasoning mind versus getting out of our own way and allowing the divine to show us what's coming, to give us the intuitive hits, to get out of our own way, stop thinking, allow ourselves to fall in love with silence, to get like really deeper in our connection to silence, so that we can familiarize ourselves with the sensations and the sounds of our own spirits, and so of our own spirit, singular. And ooh, but maybe some got that two spirit is a thing. Okay, shout out to all my, letter people, trans people, non-binary, two-spirited peoples, humans, my loves, my that felt interesting. A little bit of leftover from like the correction energy, being able to correct ourselves, being able to apologize, being able to receive apologies, being able to ooh, that's something here. Okay, for some of you, you're about to get an apology, or somebody's about to come in and try to apologize or try to explain themselves. Don't interrupt. Let that motherfucker finish. Let that person talk. Don't let people off the hook. Whenever they're trying to say what they need to say, don't try to, you're fine, it's okay. Let that motherfucker explain themselves. Hear what people are saying. Allow yourself to listen. We have to, I feel like we will be able to evade a lot of despair and pain in the future by way of just paying attention. I say it all the time, and I need the reminder as well. Like, people are showing you who they are on a daily, minute by minute, hourly basis. It's just a matter of who's paying attention or not. Hydrate. And it's Scorpio season. Scorpios have that X-ray vision. Pluto is all about transparency. Mars is all about like persevering towards the truth. Mars is like the righteous general energy. And so there is this ooh, even something in my throat. There could be even like throat, like blockages in the throat chakra. There could be stuff that, are there truths that are blocked by lies? Let's go ahead and get in. Mother God, Father God, Mother Earth, for those that are in despair, please give us a word. Please give us messages. What do we need to hear? What do we need to know? Ooh, Jesus. The devil. A lot of this is about temptation. Don't be lured into the darkness. Maybe some of you have dedicated yourself to something, and you're realizing it's darker than it actually than you want it to be. Ooh, this is gonna be uncomfortable to hear for some people, including myself, as I'm wearing all black right now. There could just be something here. It's like, if you are always like, if you have or surround yourself with people who, this is hard to say. This is a hard download to hear. Like, people who consider themselves like really dark or like goth, and like people that enjoy being sad, people in emo, people who enjoy being like angry. There could just be some people around you who are making it easier. And not to say that those people can't be uplifting or those aren't like loved ones. I'm just saying that, like, if you're surrounded yourself, and I had a long period of my life where I was like this, where I loved crying, I loved being sad, I loved playing like depressing ass music, and I was surrounding myself with people like that, and then they started to die. Yeah, because there's something really powerful about like diving deeper into your darkness, into your heaviness. And a lot of us have been placed in very, very dark places because we were meant to be a light. We were given a light that cannot turn off. And we are given a light that turns on whenever we are immersed in like profound darkness. Whoo, that was a word. And there's something there about like, mind the company that you keep. Mind who you're surrounding yourself with. The Queen of Wands and the Devil, yeah, there will be like a tryst, there will be like a connection, but there could just be something here about like, damn, I want to be around somebody. I want to be around more people who don't need so much of me, who I don't have to spend so much or exert so much energy like picking people up from the depths. Some of us need to acknowledge that we need our own time to recover. We have our own darkness to face. And so if you're surrounded by people who are just like anger, myrrh, sad, depressing music, angry music, sex, drugs, and rock and roll, if it's like that all the fucking time, like there's a cost. And I just saw 1001. There's a cost. And I also feel like some of you are feeling like controlled, feeling played. This is Capricorn. There may be, and Capricorn rules the government. And this puppet master thing here, I feel like we are just really, everybody is hyper aware of the governmental strings that are being pulled on us, on our tax dollars. And so regardless of which side you're on and who you surround yourself and what side of what war, and what side of which genocide that's actively going on, you know, like at some point we have to acknowledge strings are being pulled. How the actual fuck we don't have free healthcare for all, but we fund a country that has that, and we send billions of dollars somewhere so they can have it, but we can't have it. Make it make sense. Anyway, I feel like the puppet masters in your life are being revealed. The strings are being revealed. The spider webs that have you tethered to things that no longer serve you are being revealed. And I feel like we're getting our wishes. We're getting our wishes and we're moving forward. There is like, I know, I believe, I am. Aquarius, Pisces, Aries. There's this, but the devil is Capricorn. And so there may be somebody with Capricorn placements in your life, or there could just be something here with like, what's got a hold on you? Who has a hold on you? A lot of us are, those of us who are experiencing and identifying with despair right now. I feel like it's heavy. It's a blanket. It's on top of you. And you may be feeling like you're like playing yourself, or like something. Maybe some of you are feeling like you're on autopilot, and it may feel really, really luring to go to darker places. I love the way that I just got interrupted just now because it gave me a different perspective. I do feel like there may be somebody that may be a bit more free, a bit more like active, a bit more like go get 'em kind of vibe that may be coming around and like offering you like a way out of like despair, or there could be some sort of invitation that you need to exert your free will to go towards. So there's that different perspective. But like the devil and it reaching out, like that's not bad. You know what I mean? And so I don't want us to get caught up thinking or associating the devil with like just darkness or anything negative. But I do feel like a lot of us need to reach out to our feral friends, and that is going to help get us like moving forward in a different way. And so it's interesting, I'm coming back into this reading with very different energy. And now that I'm looking, Two of Swords was on the bottom of the deck. And so I do feel like a lot of your perspective of your problems is just that, your perspective and your perspective of what's going on. I feel like there's something about learning how to deepen our faith, how in the midst of change, in the midst of destruction, in the midst of transition, we just learn how to say thank you. We just allow ourselves to be grateful for what we have while we have it. Being very, very optimistic, and there's this knowing that if I'm being moved from something, if something is being moved from me, if I'm being evolved, if I'm being stretched, if I'm being challenged in some sort of way, it will make me better. I will be better from this. I will be wiser. I will be stronger. I will be savvier in some sort of way. And so, for those in despair, what other messages need to come through? The Wheel of Fortune. Center of the reading, the Fool. I'm going to get two more. So with the Wheel of Fortune, I do feel like there is something here about a balancing act. There is this turning point. Like through the despair, this is ushering in a turning point. It's like you going through this chapter, you learning how to wield your darkness whilst also gaining a better understanding of how to wield your light. I feel like those of you going through despair, this is an invitation to turn your life around, an invitation to start over. The Devil, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Fool. It's like, do you trust me or not? This looks like a trust fall. And I feel like though there is something that's very tempting, that the darkness, the pessimistic thoughts, fear, self-limiting beliefs, that may be really tempting. It may be alluring. It may be your, innate response. It may be like your knee-jerk reaction to choose negativity and to choose pessimism. But I do feel like in order to really start trusting in the forces that are greater than ourselves, in order to really get to the top. I just heard Brandy's sitting on top of the world, top of the world, top of the world, top of the world. Sitting on top of the world, top of the world, top of the world, top of the world. Hey, in order to sit on the top of the world, how do you even know it's the top if you ain't been to the bottom? Hey. Hey, that wasn't me. That came through. And so I do feel like this despair and these turn of events, the despair that's caused by the turn of the events, by the despair or darkness or heaviness or fear or insecurity or doubt that has been caused by way of this like changing of the guard or the shift of the paradigm, it is meant to create this new slate, 4:04 on the clock. There is this new foundation, but it's going to require a certain level of trust. And they have a wand and a crystal in their hand. And so not even putting like the arms, having your wrists out behind you to catch you or stop you. That's a different level of a trust fall. Eyes closed. Ready to dive in through the portal, dive in through the water. The deepest, darkest depths of Scorpio. Still waters run deep, baby. Final two cards, final two messages. I feel like this is just, hey, this just feels like physics. And I feel like I've been talking to, I feel like I've been saying this for a minute. There's something about like understanding that we are all promised 12 hours of darkness and 12 hours of day. You, in this life, you will experience 12 hours of darkness and 12 hours of day. And I feel like the darkness is coming to an end, and it will require, it's funny, the darkness and the day. There is this night and day. There is this balancing, this understanding, this like learning how to operate in the dark. Ace of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Learning how to operate in the darkness, how to navigate the gray. I'm going to show you how to move in a room full of vultures. That's come through like twice this season. So some of us may be in a position where it's like learning how to trust the people around us, learning how to identify who is a vulture, who's a culture vulture, who doesn't walk the talk, who's not someone that, you know, is contributing to your greatest and highest good. And maybe there could be some learning curve that's happening there around you getting more masterful with the company that you keep. Final two cards, final two messages, please. And I just feel like an upswing. That's what I want to name the reading, honestly. Upswing, exactly. King of Wands. Some sexy fire, heat, energy. Final card, thank you. And Judgment. Ooh, with the Two of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. And so I feel like for those of us who are in despair, we need to move our body. We need to get out in the world, get out in nature, see different things, to see different landscapes. 7:07 on the clock, there's like this big change of scenery that I feel like we're needing. Allowing ourselves to travel, allowing ourselves to get in flow, allowing ourselves to believe that we are worth a change of scenery. We are worth the upgrade. We are worth the surprise. We can handle, we are so worthy. We can handle all the things that are coming towards us. 4 of the 5 cards are major arcana. So I feel like those of us who are identifying with despair, there is something here about this is life-changing. This despair, this darkness, this is scorpionic underbelly depths of darkness. And you learning how to interact with it, you learning how to manipulate it, how to touch it, how to wield it, how to expand it, how to compartmentalize it, how to unpack your heaviness, how to do all those things to your darkness, how to interact with it. Puts you in a position where you absolutely can level up. And leveling up for us, I feel like looks like being more autonomous, being more authentic, trusting other people more, and allowing ourselves to really surrender and lose ourselves in the spirit. So let me zoom out a little bit. With the Devil coming out, I do feel like what has a hold on you? There may be just something alluring that's coming in. There may be somebody with Capricorn, Pisces or Sagittarius, or maybe even Aquarius or Aries placements coming in, or a new start or a new beginning with them. This is like a turn of event. This feels like sudden, like a sudden change of events with this Capricorn. Suddenly Sagittarius coming into your life, or maybe somebody with Cancer placements. There is something also maybe about like gambling. I don't know why that comes through. Gambling your money, standing on, like, I feel like the turning point that's coming in is like you feeling on top of your finances, you feeling like you have everything, you feeling, maybe some of you are tempted out of this feeling also. Maybe some of you are afraid of this, afraid of what's going on with your finances, and it feels like there is this whole brand new start that is very much so intentionally here. And I'm excited to clarify these in the plunge. And the brand new beginning looks a lot like a trust fall. For some of you, you're trust falling into someone new. There could be some new authority in your life, a new boss, a new teacher, a new landlord, a new man, a new mentor, a new coach. Someone with, there could be some like, someone with Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placements, maybe somebody that's a father that really you're going to have to like trust this process. You're going to have to trust this, like trust the changes that are coming about, because you are being called by the divine to transmute this pain into audacity, into authenticity. There is this like uprising of confidence that I feel like is really required, or is really like where you're being lured to. But it will require surrender. Surrendering to your emotions, surrendering to your anger, surrendering to your truth about this Aries, Aquarius, Pisces, or Sagittarius. There is a new flow, new movement, and a need for you to move your body, a need for you to get moving. I feel like a lot of us are just like frozen and trying to make decisions from a very logical place versus a spiritual place. And it's hard for you to get to that spiritual place because you're just like sitting in a room frozen looking at it, or you're just sitting in your head frozen looking at the problem. It's time to move your body. It's time to find a new kind of flow, or get back into the flow that is for you, so that you can finally get out of your head. Do you guys like my shirt? I made this. There is a new flow. There is a new hustle. For some of you, you're worried about money, and there is this new opportunity, or another opportunity, or an opportunity for a new stream of income possibly coming in, maybe collaborating or co-creating with someone, partnering with someone. They may have Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn placements, someone that's very established or comfortable. I feel like also there could be something about like you finding people to delegate to. Yeah, after a period of despair, Ten of Swords, there's togetherness, there's comfortability, there's union, there's camaraderie. And all of these cards that are out are all solitary. And so I can tell you, those of us who are identifying with despair in any kind of way, we are spending way too much time alone. We are, from the bookends, the devil and then judgment. I feel like there is something here with like spending a significant more amount of, like spending significantly more time in the spirit, in prayer, in meditation, and then spending significantly more time being social and hanging out with friends and like being around other people and being in social settings. It feels very important. Now, I want to clarify these cards. I'll see you over on Patreon, patreon.com/JustJEverything. All the links are in the description box below. Let's get into it. For the full version of the video, go to Patreon.